Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the most amazing, beautiful Turkish home. Here is my good friend. I ended up being hosted here last night. Had the best night. Of course, we've been painting nails. And I just had the second breakfast and I cannot fit another piece of food. So this is, real Turkish hospitality is like eat, eat, eat. The whole family is sitting over here. I'm not sure how many wants to be on camera, so I'm not going to film so much. But I'm heading out now and I have a really big surprise because I am meeting up with some people today that you know. I met them first time in Botswana and I'm going to meet them this afternoon and we're going to camp together. So I'm super excited. Let's hit the road. Bye girls. See you next time. Oh my God. I cannot believe how nice they were. The thing is, guys, obviously I cannot film in those situations. Sometimes some of the absolute best experiences, I can't share them with you because they are just private. But anyways, they served me dinner and they had already had dinner. So now the mother, she was cooking again just for me. Then I got one of their living rooms. I was sleeping in there and I slept really well. And then this morning we got up and I had a nice shower. We were walking around in the garden. They have like turkey. Check this out. Lots of chicken, geese, lots of fruit, different fruit trees, and just a little green paradise. Something, I've experienced that you might sometimes go through places that from the outside doesn't seem so attractive because you just see like gray walls. But as soon as you get in behind those walls, it's often quite amazing. Anyways, with a very full stomach, I am now heading west along the lake. And there I'm gonna meet up with this couple. I can reveal that it's a couple. I'm so excited. There's just something about meeting people again on the road. People on the road become family because we kind of share this reality. Wow, that water looks so appetizing. Oh, it's like a little Riviera here by the water. It's amazing. I mean, look at this. And then there's another little marina over there. Wow. Look at that beach. Oh, wow. I found the little road down to the campground. Vodka camping. Yes, 100 meters. Turn left onto that road. Thanks for the signs. Oh, chicken. Oh, I'm loving this already. Okay, here we go. I think this is the right spot. Vodka camping. Oh my God, right on the water. That's amazing. This place is just lovely. They're gonna let us camp right here, where we can camp next to the motorcycles, and it's perfect because I can park Honey there in the shade, and then we're gonna have the best view over this pretty lake. Look at that. It looks so good and so cold. Oh, look at the little swing there. That seems to be the thing everywhere at the moment. The Instagram swing. Erkek Visi. So where is it for ladies? Kadın Visi. I guess that means for ladies. There's a shower. Hello. Toilet, Western style toilet. The price for this little paradise was 100 Turkish lira, which is 3.8 euro. So quite cheap for what it is and the location. Let's get Honey out of the sun. The poor girl is standing there sweating, and so am I, honestly. I'm gonna put on my shorts and pitch my tent. Yay! I think we have guests here. Oh my God! Oh my goodness! I cannot believe it's you! What? God, look at you!
How are you?
Oh, very good. I'm so happy to see you guys. Wow.
Is that you're right there? Yeah.
Yeah. my goodness.
We're not
No,
from Australian.
Australian.
That had to go home.
Oh, right.
And,
so these stickers are from his trips?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah.
Oh,
So we were going to
goodness.
take them off, but I've been to all the places.
Just about all over the place.
And it looks really cool. The panniers were part of it as well? And
Yes, and
The whole thing.
excellent. Wow.
they were pretty
Yeah.
beat up though. You could
It's
tell.
pretty beat up.
What is it, a V-Strom?
Yeah, it's a V-Strom 650.
Okay, so I was about to head out with Greg. I'm talking to the camera now. And we were gonna go buy some food. And then I have another freaking puncture on my front tire. How is it possible? That's 3 punctures in 3 weeks. And it's a new Mitas E09. It's the worst tire in the whole entire world today. I'm not, oh shit, my knee. I'm not used to this. Sorry, that was not very elegant.
You don't do this all the time, huh?
No, I definitely do not.
Bye.
I get to be Melanie. Oh, I can actually sit and enjoy the view. That's quite cool. Oh my God, look at these. Amazing.
We love watermelon.
Me too, and I think they're quite cheap at the moment
Yeah.
because it's season.
Okay.
That is ridiculously cheap. I can't believe we paid 87 lira for that. Crazy. So this is Melanie's world. She can just enjoy the view, at least this part of it and this part of it. So the reason we are so willing to go this far to find some meat is that we have this big barbecue planned out. You know, we're so excited to be camping together, and we have this perfect place, and we can, you know, do everything just as we want it. So we're not gonna go down on meat here. So Greg think he found a liquor store here in town, around the corner. We're gonna see if we can get some wine. Oh, that's a nice big pannier.
Yeah.
I am envious. Do you sell beer? Beer? Next one. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? You have beer? Ah. Yay! Look at this. Breakfast. I'm so happy to be using Mel and Greg's kitchen utensils because I don't have all that gear anymore. So look at that, a nice pan and even a nice spatula. Look at that, they have a spatula. How is it going for you?
Oh, it's going great for me.
You are doing good footage there.
I am. There's a picture of you taking a picture of me.
So we have the one side off, and that's all we need. And it really helped that Greg was pushing the tire down in the opposite sides. Right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that there's something in the tire that we didn't find the last time because it's so close to the other hole. So I'm gonna go look at the tire now and see if I can find anything in it. It's about here. I'm pretty sure there's something. Ah, look at this here. Look at that.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's a bad one.
Oh yeah. That's a real
damage.
damage. Yep. Here.
I know.
It's flat now.
I know exactly when this happened. Actually, this happened to Saudi. That's why I'm keeping getting flats ever since.
It feels better now.
Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't. It's just gonna pop
But I
back
think
up.
the tube, when inflated,
Yeah.
is popping out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's wearing slowly. Let's take it off
Yeah,
completely and
yeah.
have a good look.
I think that would be the best smart thing to do.
Yeah. What we're trying to do now
Hello?
is patch this damage to the tire. So actually put a patch on it, even 2 patches. So I'm first going to put this one on and then this one afterwards, because we think that what's happening is that the tube is pushing itself just a little bit out of that hole, and then it's slowly torn or worn on the asphalt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're roughing it up a little bit. We like to rough things up a bit. That's what she said.
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm doing what that's what he said. That's what she said. Jokes at the moment. I feel that's how we're gonna get through this repair. Oh, but this tire is really damaged. So the state of the nation is that we have patched up the tire with a big patch, and then we're putting another patch on here. As you say, it doesn't have to hold any air, so
No.
it's just to protect the tube. And then we've already patched the tube over here. It's just lying, drying. It's waiting for that to dry so we can pump it. Look at us, tire specialist, repairing a tire here. I think this is gonna take me all the way back to Denmark, maybe. There's nothing more sexy than a lineup of tools. Look at those hands. At least I have red nails. See, now you know why I have red nails. It's just to cover all the dirt.
Cheers.
That is the funniest thing ever.
So what just happened?
A bottle of water was mistaken for a bottle of vodka.
It was
And,
disguised.
and coffee was made with vodka instead of water.
So,
Surprise, surprise.
so Greg,
Chin chin.
I was just manifesting because I just told Greg that I would normally never fix a tire without alcohol because it's part of the tool set, you know. Just like swear words. Then I make coffee because we need to, the patches to dry up. So we thought, let's have a coffee. And you make a coffee, you start drinking, and you're like, what's in this coffee? And I realized that I had taken their bottle of vodka, mistaking it for water, and now made the fucking best coffee ever. Because this is so good.
This was my first souvenir from our very first motorcycle trip to Europe.
Aw,
Our goal was to do the Stelvio because it was world famous.
the Stelvio,
The
yeah.
Stelvio, yeah.
And then what happened?
And I've had it forever. We did the Stelvio and we found out there's a million passes like the Stelvio. And there's other amazing passes all over the world.
Okay, so here we are. We had a lot of vodka,
Vodka coffee.
which actually only Greg and I. So, but I think that you are naturally just in a good mood.
Most of the time.
And I thought that I wanted to ask these guys, these experts on traveling, a lot of stupid questions.
That's actually funny.
Because I think I'm quite the novice compared to you guys. So first of all, how long have you been into this thing?
Let me see. It's probably about 12 or 13 years now, I think, since our first
Wow.
Horizons event.
Were you motorcyclist before you started
Yes.
traveling with motorcycles?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been a motorcyclist my whole life. For most of my life, I would travel, but short distances. And the more I got into motorcycling, the farther we traveled until we decided that going to Alaska was our big route of all time.
So that was the first
The
thing.
ultimate
Yeah.
big
Oh,
trip was
wow.
Alaska.
We went to Alaska
From Florida.
from Florida. Yeah,
Wow.
we rode.
That's
so
a
we
big
were,
trip.
Yeah, we were part of a group called the Iron Boat Association.
Oh, yeah.
So we rode from Florida to Alaska and back to Florida
We started in Arizona to Florida to Alaska
Okay.
and back as
as a
a
fundraiser for a
for an
children's
orphanage in
Yeah.
Alabama.
Oh,
Yeah.
how sweet.
home. The Eldridge.
Okay. cool.
Eldridge Children's Home. And then he
And-
wrote a book about the trip.
Oh, did you?
We took
Yes.
our dog along,
Really?
Yeah, it was called Two Up with a Pup.
and the proceeds from the book also went to the orphanage.
Ay, how cool.
Yeah.
That's
And then we
sweet.
went to a Horizons Unlimited event in California, and our eyes were opened
Oh, wow.
to all these fantastic travelers.
So you heard about people traveling outside of the U.S. and you got an appetite.
Inspired.
We knew it
Yeah.
happened. I'd read a couple books, and but I never thought it was just possible to do.
Oh, wow.
And then we met all these people, the people that were there, and realized that this is something that anybody can do. You just have to rearrange your dreams.
Where did you then wanted to travel as your first trip after?
Mexico.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, first thing we went to
The
down to the
Baja.
Baja. Our first really big international trip was Ireland for a month, and then it just started growing. So we were still working at the time. So during that time, I had changed my business to, instead of working for somebody, working for myself,
Right.
because the idea was work 6 months of the year and travel 6 months of the year. And that worked out well. We
Okay.
got to travel the whole United States during a few years doing that. And then we decided that we could no longer afford to work because it was taking too much time. Our time became our baby.
How old were you guys at that first Horizons Unlimited meeting?
53. 53 years old. Yeah,
Exactly my
53,
age.
54.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you similar age?
He's a year and a half old.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
quite similar, yeah.
64, he's 66.
Took a couple more years and we got things straightened around, made sure we had no debt, found out that we could travel and do this on a really pretty strict budget.
Our home life got very, very simple.
Yeah.
We figured out the stuff didn't really mean much.
Right.
So the stuff that we thought was important, we put in storage, got rid of everything that was...
We sold our big
stuff.
house on the lake and the house that we thought was the American dream and moved into a 25-year-old small travel trailer and see if we could tolerate each other. And I guess we did.
Yeah,
and,
wow.
And then we took off and our home became our tent.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And now you got this beautiful home right on the lake in freaking Turkey.
In Turkey.
And it's a new lake or a new view every day, right?
Yeah.
Almost every day.
Meeting friends from all over the world 2 or 3 times.
How often do you stay a few days when you get to a place that you like?
We started traveling every single day. We would relocate every
like
day.
being
We
on
would
the
ride
move.
every day.
Yeah.
And then we thought, we really need to slow down.
We were going through countries too quick.
Yeah, we were moving faster than we should. And then we started making plans to stay for 2 or 3 nights. We'd get to day 2 and we're going,
We saw what we needed to see and we
It's
got
time to
itchy
go.
and time to go. Yeah.
it's time to go.
So now we sort of play it by ear, and a lot has to do with weather patterns.
Yeah.
And what there is to see in the vicinity. So like today, it looks beautiful here, but to the north they have terrible weather. So we'll stay here until the terrible weather is gone because there's no sun trying in the rain. You can't see anything. We don't have any big schedule to keep except for, HU Bulgaria, which will make it to there. We'll
Yeah,
just
so you're
enjoy
going to
the day
be
here.
on the 14th of July.
Yeah.
You're going to be at the Horizon Unlimited Bulgaria,
Bulgaria, right.
event. If anybody's going there, they're going to meet
It's
these
gonna be a
wonderful
great
guys.
event.
I think it is, yeah. At the Motor Camp
Motor Camp
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, yeah.
But when we start making travel plans, we make no reservations. We'll have an airline flight in, usually wherever we have our bike in storage, obviously.
Yeah.
For
A
our
general direction.
and we'll have a general direction. No real set plans. He does a fair amount of research, and our Google Maps has got all kinds of
Points
Points in it,
interest points
that we don't
and
want to
stuff.
miss if we're close.
Yeah.
But
But
if something happens and we take a detour someplace for whatever reason,
Yeah,
for
and we
weather or friends or something that a local told us about.
Yeah. Or another traveler. We're
Yeah.
in touch with a lot of travelers all the time, and they'll see where we are, and they'll do not miss this, and all of a sudden that becomes the destination. And
So being a couple, do you find that one of you are more flexible than the other, or are you on the same level with that flexibility?
I'll let you answer that.
He's the planner of the two, but like I said, we deviate a lot, and unless I have someplace very specific that I absolutely want to do, I go with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the first trips we spent in Europe, I really wanted to see the Normandy beaches. That was on one of the top things I wanted to see. I heard about it my whole life, and I wanted to see that. So we got that checked off
Right.
Yeah.
quite early.
Yeah, but usually wherever we are, we'll discuss what the next day might bring, and we'll head that direction.
Right.
And later in the afternoon, try to figure out where would be a good place to stay for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting to meet couples travelers because, I often get like the question that, aren't you lonely when you're alone? And I'm like, don't you get on each other's nerves when you're like a couple? Because you're together 24/7. If you're at home in the US and you have a work life, you will go to work, then you go to one sports or you go to another sports,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you will meet up in the evening and you will share what happened today.
Yeah.
So you're not together 24/7. Like how do you deal with that?
We don't work anymore.
Yeah.
So we are
Yeah.
pretty much together 24/7,
Right,
365 for several years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with being two up is that I don't have the freedom to go do something else
That's true.
because I don't ride my own bike.
Yeah, that's I see that. Yeah.
So when I get home, I do enjoy the freedom of having my own vehicle.
right.
And I can go in and get my hair done or go grocery shopping or whatever
Yeah.
without him.
Right.
Here, I can't do that.
Yeah, I have to
yeah.
take her somewhere or do something that
True.
she wants to do personally, and so
Yeah.
she loses that freedom.
Did you in the beginning? Did you have to what's the word in English that you have to round the edges because now you're together 24/7, and yeah, there's going to be some conflicts, and how do you deal with that on the road? And or did you never experience that? Or
We do.
Well, yeah, but not as often as you'd think.
Right.
Right.
You know, I've long since learned to pick my battles and what's important and what isn't. First marriages will do that for you.
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah.
So you learn.
So you're not only experienced in traveling, you're also experienced in relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that helps a lot, eh?
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And what you're willing to fight over and what you're not.
Mhm.
And there's been a time or two that we've had to take a pull over. I need a break. We do have communication on the bike, and we leave it open all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So we
So
don't.
a lot of discussions happen on the bike.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Namibia in particular.
I was in actually South Africa.
South Africa. Okay.
It happened in Belgium once.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know,
I've only threatened to fly home twice.
but we compromise. We compromise, and you know.
Yeah.
You figure
Do
it
you
out.
talk about strategies to deal with it, or not really? Like
No, not
We've
really.
been, we've been married 23 years this summer.
Yeah.
okay.
And this life has been gradual.
Yeah.
We've worked our way into this kind of a life. And
Yeah.
It's not like we just got married and we're still figuring each other out and trying to learn each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
I mean,
both kind of know where our limits are.
Yeah. And if we're angry at each other, I think we just take quiet time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we don't be mean.
Will you? Yeah. That's
We're
it.
not
That's a good strategy.
A mean fight is just a.
Not to be mean is a
that
good
just-
strategy.
yeah, that's different.
And the reason I'm asking this is that you see some couples that will leave each other. Like me and Lars we actually split up on our trip from Alaska to Argentina. We split up just before entering Mexico, but we were such good friends. So we decided to continue together as friends. And today we're both super grateful to each other that we managed to do that, because I think that's hard. You know,
Yeah.
you're in a relationship and now you split up and now you decide to continue as friends. That's a tough one. And we did have some ugly conflicts on the way, honestly. But I think traveling together, it kind of brings the best out of you, but also brings the worst out of you. And if you have issues at home, you're going to have issues on the road.
Oh yeah, no
Like,
doubt.
Yeah.
And I feel it's the same thing with you personally. Like, if you have skeletons in the closet, is that an English expression? Yeah. You're going to bring them on your trip.
Right.
It's not like you leave them at home. So whatever you struggle with, that's going to be on your trip as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that, oh, you know, I go on my dream trip and it's going to be like the perfect vacation every day. No.
I actually think we get along better when we're traveling.
We have more commonalities happening at the same time.
Right.
Like when I'm at home, I'm working on a project. I want to do this. I want to do that. And
Right.
you have your things going on.
Yeah.
So you can go do your thing. I can do my thing. So that's.
But when we're traveling, we're always doing everything together.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we discuss where we want to go, if we want to take this hike, if we want to do this, we want to do that.
Yeah.
And usually we're pretty close to being on the same page about all that kind
That's
of stuff.
very cool.
So
Yeah.
if it's a difficult track, she sort of hates those difficult tracks. And I'm not real keen on them anymore. Getting
Yeah.
older, you sort of have to pick what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And I'm scared to death of hurting either one of us.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, you have a big responsibility. I was
I
thinking
do.
of it because we went up yesterday, right? When
Yeah,
we went shopping, and I realized that I had a flat, so I went on as a pillion with you, and I was just like, oh my God, this is such a big responsibility.
Yeah.
If you are either like in tight traffic in a big city, you have to go like 2 kilometers an hour, and now you have this extra weight and the responsibility
Yeah.
of another person,
I mean, and-
or on a difficult track.
I have a big responsibility to keep her safe
Yeah.
and myself safe.
Yeah.
And she has a big responsibility to help me watch for everything going on and be balanced with what I'm doing, so she doesn't move at a critical time when I'm trying to do this and it throws